good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I thought I just would make a relatively short video today. At least I think it's going to be short. Letting you know that my new book, Money, Your Friend, is now officially out and available on Amazon. And I will put a link below to the book so you can get it. It is on discount. It should be around $1 in whatever country you're in. And that link below should work in pretty much any country to download the Kindle version of the book. If it does not, you can always email me at info@radicalcounselor.com, and I'll get you set up with the proper way to get the book on Kindle. The paperback edition of the book is also on sale today, basically, and for the next couple days at least. Paperback edition should be available in many countries. Just again, email me if you have any questions about that. So yeah, this is not like a big launch announcement or anything like that. I just want to let you know the book is available. I'm going to be talking a lot more about the book over the coming week or two or longer, quite frankly. And something else I did want to let you know is you can join my mailing list if you're not already part of my mailing list. I'll put a link below to the mailing list. Sign up as well, because this Thursday I'm going to have a free Zoom session where I talk a little bit about some of the concepts in the book. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time in the United States of America. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you want the Zoom link later this week, just make sure you're part of the mailing list. So that's the announcement about the book. If you like this channel, if you're watching this video, you should download the book, because I pretty much guarantee you, if you like any of my stuff, you're going to get at least one or two insightful tidbits from the book. As I always say, the information I share, the information anybody shares when it comes to spirituality or self-improvement or manifesting better things in your life, it's not about agreeing with all the points and, taking everything as like, this is how to do things now. In my opinion, it's usually more about finding the few things in whatever book you read or thing you listen to or teacher you're into, the few things that really move the needle for you, or that, make you think differently, make you feel differently. And I'm very confident that in Money, Your Friend, there's going to be a few of those things. I do share two specific techniques in the book, but as we went over a lot last week in the videos that I made, it's not about the techniques. It's about what it's pointing to. And I'll just briefly touch upon something I talk about in the book, and then mention something that I don't talk about in the book, but I want to briefly touch upon that's discussed thoroughly in the book, is how bad almost all of our relationships are with money. Not everybody's relationship with money is bad, but the vast majority of adults you meet have a subconscious or imaginative, we can use those words synonymously for practical purposes, have a negative relationship, subconsciously or imaginatively, with money. And we can work on improving this relationship so it's less negative and can become more neutral, and hopefully actually become at least slightly positive, if not just plain old positive a lot of the time, in regards to money coming into our lives, money coming out of our lives. I think it's really important to acknowledge this, because I don't think, notice or aren't consciously aware of how negative people's relationships are with money. I think a lot of us watching this video know that people treat money negatively or lackfully, as we like to say in the LOA community. But I don't think we realize the degree of lack that we pretty much all have at times when it comes to looking at money. And an exercise or a thought that's not in the book but is kind of implied is like, what would it be like? And you've probably heard this before. I mean, this is a good question to ask yourself now or sometime. It's like, what would it be like if you didn't have to worry about money? what would that be like? Ground yourself, calm yourself down. You don't have to answer this right now. You can turn off the video or do it later tonight or whatever. But spend a few minutes if you want grounding yourself and then asking, what would it be like if I did not have to worry about money? How would that change my life? What would my day-to-day life be like if I wasn't worried about money and never had to be worried about money? If I always knew that I was going to be provided for in some way? How would that be different than how I'm living my normal day-to-day life now? Again, you've perhaps heard questions like this before, but they're worth asking. In the Bible, there's the very famous section of the New Testament where Jesus is saying, don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about today. And don't even worry about today. Just focus on today. All you need will be provided for you. And in spiritual New Thought, LOA, language and approaches, we hear this all the time, right? Yet we tend to still play lip service to it or not take it seriously enough, if you will. Because if we're really taking that kind of advice seriously, it's like, well, you don't have to worry about supply. You don't have to worry about tomorrow's supply or, having this meticulous future plan for your financial future. If you're already supplied for. So, again, these are just ideas. This isn't even that this imaginative exercise isn't even in the book. Even though similar and I would say more profound versions or a version of it specifically in the First Habit is in the book, is discussed in the book a lot. But and a simple imaginative exercise where you ask, what would it be like if I wasn't worried about money? And considering that, and then bringing in some of the stuff that you already know about, that's in the Bible, that all these New Thought teachers talk about not having to focus on tomorrow, not having to worry about planning for your future and focusing on today and assuming more abundance in your life, and you'll be okay. That idea, there's something to it, I think. So, yeah, I mean, all things to consider. And this book, Money Your Friend, is not it's not a book that's trying to pump you up whatsoever. It's a book that's trying to help you get more clear about what money, what abundance, what supply, what that really means to you, what it really is to you, and how that links with your psychology and your emotions and who you are on this more fundamental level than just thinking about making money and getting more money or losing money. So yeah, that's what we'll be exploring. That's what I like to explore when it comes to this stuff. So yeah, download the book. Again, the link is below for the on sale 99-cent Kindle edition. Should work in every country. Email me if it doesn't. And if you have any questions, I can be reached at info@radicalcounselor.com.